Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to State of the Channel for 2020. And give me a second as I do this, because it's been a bit, because I don't think I've ever done this actually live, or at least it's been a while. Is there? Hey, look at that. You can see me. Isn't that weird? It's so weird. Hi, how you doing? I'm PC Universe. You're PC Universe too. And this is not actually something I'm going to be bringing to the channel. I just figured this would be more interesting than, like, say, I don't know, just looking at a bunch of slides like we did last year. Also, it's a little disconcerting to see my face as I'm doing this, so give me a minute as I basically cover myself here. There we go. That's better. All right. So, in the State of the Union, State of the State, State of whatever it is, you're usually going to come to some point where they actually have to say what the state actually is. And for the most part, most of the time, they say the State of the Union is strong and whatever bullshit they do. But let me be frank with you right now. The state of the channel right now is weak as fuck. All right? And that's okay. Because I'm not going for quantity, you know? Quality is a quantity all its own. I think we have a nice little community who comes in and watches a few videos and does what they want to do, and that's great. And we have some people who, you know, only come in for the one series or something like it, and that's great too. I love people who are enthusiastic about the games we play, and the comments we get are great on the videos on YouTube. The community we get on Twitch is great too. I mean, sure, it's small. I think the max viewers I've ever had is probably 10 or so, but that's okay. It's great. We could actually start moving more of my YouTube content into more like edited up chunks and shit like that. But the thing about that is it's going to take time, and I don't have it. I have a full-time job. All right. I work 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, basically every Monday through Friday, barring some kind of wonderful holiday or something. But more than likely, I'm working 40 hours a week, and then I'm devoting like another 20 hours a week to gaming, which is fine. But that means I have basically maybe like, well, of course, there's 8 hours of sleep. Maybe let's be honest, it's probably more like 6, and then like maybe like an hour to 2 hours to myself every day that sometimes I'll dedicate to like massaging an episode, so it's like not total shit. But I'll be honest, most of my Let's Plays are going to be straight to video. They're going to be just live to tape, effectively. And I'm okay with that. I think that's totally going to be okay. But I think the time for that has definitely passed on YouTube. The time for that was probably 2012, and I came in way too late. The time for it probably, honestly, was 2008. I came in way too late for that. So that's okay. We're just going to have to deal with that and just be okay with the fact that right now is not the good time for our content. But you know what? You're watching this, so hi. And also, you're probably watching other videos that I made, so thank you. I appreciate it. And to be honest, it's not really about the viewership I'm going here. I talked a little bit about this in the Starpoint Gemini 2 playthrough when I actually had that black screen come up. And I was like, oh shit, is this over? Because that's the reason why I play, is to kind of preserve for myself the memories of gameplay. I have a notoriously bad memory. I mean, I can read a comment that someone gives me on Twitch live and look away towards the screen, and suddenly it's like, what was that comment? Fuck it. I don't know. Whatever. It's gone now. It's out of my head. And that's not good. But obviously, the videos work as kind of like a backup for my brain, effectively. One day we'll have that in real life. But until then, it's all going to be just on YouTube for right now. And that's where my gameplay resides. So mostly it's just the state of the channel for me is not about viewership. And it's never going to be about viewership, I think. And that's okay. What it's going to be about is, am I having fun with the games that I'm playing? And is the audience having fun too? Now, I did have to cut off comments, unfortunately, on the videos on YouTube because I did have some people who were, let's just be honest here, I had a racist neo-Nazi show up and decide to comment on every single one of my videos. And unfortunately, I don't look at my video comments all that often. I should probably do that more often. That's going to be a resolution I'm definitely going to try to stick to this year. But that stayed up for like 5 days. And if a YouTube moderator had seen that, basically my channel would be gone. Now, granted, you might say, well, big fucking loss, and you might be right, but it's a little bit of an emotional hit there. So I had to basically just make all the comments on YouTube had to now go through me first before they get approved. So if you made a comment, I'll get to it, I swear, and I'll try to make sure it goes up on the video. I'm trying not to be like an editor and like curate the comments too much, but that kind of shit can't stand. So I'll try to be better about looking at the comments. So let's talk about the game. So I play games on Twitch because I can get live feedback from people watching. There's definite times that it's improved my gameplay. And of course, I read through the comments whenever I can, and I appreciate all of your comments, and thank you very much for that. Let's go ahead and look back at the games we've done, or games we haven't done, to be more honest. And speaking of which, we should probably talk about Blood Bowl. So at the beginning of last year, I was really enthusiastic, actually, like almost all of, I think, 2018. I was really into Blood Bowl. I was really playing a hell of a lot of it. I joined a Twitch league. We had a lot of fun. I was starting to go through each one of the teams in alphabetical order. And then just before we hit ogres, I just stopped. And the problem was that I wasn't having fun anymore. And really, there's no good way for me to communicate that to you guys. I mean, I can just stop. But, I mean, unless you guys, like, come in and say, hey, what happened to so-and-so game? It's never going to happen. It's just, there's no communication. So, to that end, I have made sure that I have actually started up a Discord. If you look in the bottom of the Twitch panels here, there is a Discord panel now. You can go and click on that. That'll get you invited over. And you can ask the question there. And then we can actually have like a full conversation of like, well, I'm not getting into this. You might offer like tips or suggestions of games that you really want to see me play. We can have dialogue. You can, of course, talk to other viewers. It'll be all good. So I think that's probably going to help a lot. I was going to wait until I got 70 followers on Twitch, and we are at 69, and that is good enough. I'm okay with that number. We're also up to, I think, like 200 subscribers on YouTube. And again, quality is a quantity all its own, to kind of reverse that phrase a little bit. So I'm totally good with that. The Century Challenge is basically what replaced Blood Bowl, and now I've turned it into every other day event. So basically, it's taken one of the slots for our videos. And this is kind of a format for me to play roguelikes. I love roguelikes. They're fantastic. I love them. I played Add-on back in the day, Tome, Mission Thunderbolt. I've talked about a ton, and I want to get back to that. And I want to be able to play all these, and they're just sitting in my Steam library doing nothing for me. And unfortunately, like I was saying, I have very little time in my day to do anything else other than play video games or work or, do some minor stuff. So if I'm ever going to play a roguelike, it's got to be on the channel. And I struggled so long because I like games with a definite beginning, middle, and end. And there's just nothing like that in a roguelike, obviously. So I've kind of created this structure of, well, we're going to do 100 runs in a roguelike, and we'll see how that goes. And right now we're on run, I think 84? So 80-something at Space Friends. And it's been a blast. I've loved it. It's been great. It's been so long since I've done like a proper roguelike. And actually, it's more of a coffee break roguelike right now. Proper roguelikes will come in later, and that'll be great. I'm going to be playing roguelikes with a K, not with a T. Roguelites with a T are usually going to be real-time. They're going to be like Enter the Gungeon or Binding of Isaac. Those are roguelites. Roguelike, and I'm struggling with enunciation here, so please bear with me. Roguelike with a K is going to be turn-based and usually have some form of incremental progressions, not necessarily required like long-term, but definitely like in the game there's going to be progression, but then permadeath is going to happen. So that's really what I'm going for. So like there's not going to be Neon Chrome. I don't know what we're going to do with the roguelites. The roguelikes we're definitely going to get through, but the roguelites, I don't know what we're going to do with that. Maybe later on we'll do another separate Century Challenge, but I have like 30-40 games to go through with roguelikes, so who knows, might take a while. Anyway, going back to the games we've already played, so we played Uncharted Trilogy. That was great. I had a lot of fun with Nathan Drake. Actually, it was more like the Uncharted quadrology. There were 5 games, really, is what it came down to, and they were all great. I had fun with that. 3030 Death War, I think we can go ahead and say that I love me some Eve on, not Eve Online. No. Well, basically those type of games where you have the top-down spaceship RPG, and I think that really kind of it made me really think of playing Starpoint Gemini 2. I mean, it's because I played 3030 Death War and going, oh, well, that was great. Let's go ahead and play more of that. And so we'll probably see a little bit more of that on the channel. I love me some space games, and I think that's probably a good fit. I've really enjoyed that. RimWorld, I think we're definitely going to come back to. We did 4 colonies and, well, 4 successful colonies. I guess there were some intermediary false steps, but the 4 ones I count. And those were fun. I think we definitely want to come back to the 5th. I've been exploring a mage class mod that I think would be kind of fun. Let's see, we did the Dark Souls trilogy, which is really good. And that's actually getting me to play Star Wars Fallen Order, which is only kind of sort of a Dark Souls-like. Really, it's not. But I think once we're done with Star Wars, maybe we'll start looking at other Dark Souls-like. I kind of got burned out on Dark Souls. I think it was actually a mistake to go through all 3 of them at once. I'm just not that big of a fan. I did like the game, and I thought they were cool, but maybe not quite that. So when I eventually get that itch back, and it's going to come back, I'm going to want an action game after we're done with Star Wars. We'll probably go back and look and see what we can do. It's probably not going to be Dark Souls. I don't think it's going to be Bloodborne. I think I'm done with From Software for now, but it's going to be something in that vein, like The Surge or Sekiro or something like that. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. Let's see. I have a list here of other games here. Let's see. What have we done? What are we supposed to do? Evil Genius. Yeah, that didn't work. It just started crashing on me, and that's unfortunate. Evil Genius 2 is supposed to come out, I believe, this year, and I would love to pick it up as soon as it comes out. So if that works, great. If it doesn't, well, maybe next year. It'll happen. Spider-Man was great. Anything we played on the PlayStation 4, actually, I love. Spider-Man, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I can't even think what other game we played right now. I guess right now we're playing Star Wars. I'm liking that too. Basically, anything PS4 does, I'm good with. We played a little bit of Masquerada Songs and Shadows. That was great. I like that. Exmorph Defense was a great tower defense game with some great destructible stuff. I didn't do enough of it, I think. There were some customizable or custom maps, rather, user-made maps that I didn't do. But I think I'm done with the game for now, but I think I'll definitely go back to a tower defense at some point. Exmorph Defense was solid, but I don't think I'm going to return to it. And I think that's really the problem with me, rather, playing games, is that I'm always looking for the next new thing. And I'm trying to be a little bit better at that. My Skyrim playthrough, I've actually played through the game before to get like the whole story, but now we're playing through it after my memory basically has degraded after so long. So I'm going to go back to that. I think we're going to go back to RimWorld. Then we're going to go back to Surviving Mars, because when we played Surviving Mars, I think 1.1 or something like that, and now it's on like, I don't know, 1.7, 1. Something or other. So I definitely want to go back to that. And Starpoint Gemini 2, I don't want to go back to Starpoint Gemini 2 specifically, but I do want to visit that world again. So I think Starpoint Gemini Warlords is going to be really good for us. That's more of a 4X. It's kind of more what I wanted from Starpoint Gemini 2, in that it is, you can see your changes in the solar system. So if you're actually like fighting a war, you can see like the lines get redrawn and shit. That's what I wanted from Starpoint Gemini 2. That didn't happen. So I really think we should do that. Don't know when, maybe like June, July, December, I don't know, whenever we get to it. As far as the next century challenge, Space Crunch is almost over. Like I said, we're at 80 something, so we've got maybe at most 20 more runs to do. So after that, we're probably going to play like One Way Hero or One Way Heroics. I forget the name exactly. Probably going to try to keep to Coffee Break roguelikes for probably the first 4 or 5. Once we're done with those, we'll start getting into the more long-term games. Like if we ever play like, Tome. If we ever play Tome on the channel, 100 runs to that's going to take a long time. That in and of itself might be like a 2-year thing where we go through all 100 runs. So if we do that, or Mission Thunderbolt, which is a very long form game, I think it took me like probably 15-20 sessions to go through a run sometimes. Now granted, that was with saves coming, and that's one thing I'm not doing on this century challenge, is no saves coming. We die, that's it. So it's possible we'll never see the end of some of these games, and that's just how it goes. So let's see. So definitely more RimWorld, and I've said that. Other roguelikes we're going to be doing. Assassin's Creed. I did talk about this a little bit on last year's channel update. I want to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It came with an Assassin's Creed 3 remaster, and I'm assuming that's for story reasons. So since I've never actually played Assassin's Creed 3, 4, and any after 2, I haven't played any of them after 2. So I probably want to play 3 and then Odyssey. I hear 4 is really good, so maybe that'll happen. But I think 3, Odyssey, 4, maybe something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Divinity Original Sin is almost over. Lynn's, Blue Foxy, and Smidges and I are almost done with that. We have probably about 20 hours to go, estimated. Smidges has played it before, so she knows best. She says we have about 20 hours. So based on that, each session's about probably 2 to 3 hours. So that means probably about 10 more sessions. If we play every week, which has been happening lately, and that's probably about 10 more weeks. So we're going to run out like probably sometime mid-March to April. When that happens, it's going to happen eventually. We're talking about moving on to Final Fantasy Chronicles, which is more of a real-time. Unfortunately, there's not very many turn-based games. Like Pillars of Eternity isn't on PlayStation. And Smidges is really set on us playing PlayStation games rather than PC games because she doesn't own a PC, which makes sense. So if we want to have Smidges on, and I definitely do want to keep Smidges in the group, then we should, we'll try to find something else good to play. And I think Final Fantasy Chronicles should be fun for that. I definitely also want to do more one-shots and previews. I've been sticking to my schedule of basically, what are we playing now? 6 games? What are we playing right now? So right this minute, we're going to be playing Skyrim today, playing Divinity Original Sin 2. We're playing Space Grunts. Sorry, let's do the 3. Sorry. We're playing Space Grunts. We are playing... Shit. Just jumped out of my head. Just boing. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's right. That's right. Solid game. Like it. That's probably going to last until probably May or June. It didn't take us a while to get through it. But that's okay. That's all right. Then we're playing, of course, Jedi Fallen Order. And I believe there's one more. And now my brain just dropped it out of my head. Hold on. Sunday is Jedi. Monday is nothing. Tuesday is Skyrim. Thursday is Divinity. Pokemon. That's the other one. We're playing Pokemon Sword. Right. The problem is I haven't done that in a while, and I'm going to get back to that. Right now I only have episodes out till... that one's weekly. So that one's out until, I think, 2 weeks. So I got to do something pretty quick to get that done. So we'll get there. So basically, the state of the channel is fun. And that's what we're going for, is all fun. So if you guys are having fun, that's great. I appreciate you guys subscribing or following the channel because that's fantastic. And I think you guys are great. Again, check out the Discord. That is a brand new Discord. You'll be one of the first. It'll be great. You can be one of the founding members. I don't know if we're actually going to have anything special like that, but what the hell, right? And yeah, we're just going to make sure that fun's the ultimate metric. If you guys are having fun and I'm having fun, then the state of the channel is strong. So there, we've got ahead and gone full circle. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Peace Universe, you're Peace Universe too, and I'll see you guys later.